Hello friends and welcome again to another lesson of the teacher. Virtual hard disks or VHDs are a file type that just acts like a hard disk drive. Many applications like VMware Workstation, Oracle VirtualBox, Microsoft Virtual Server and Virtual PC, which uses virtualization technology to create virtual machine, also use VHD files so they can act just like a physical disk inside the virtual machines. With the release of Windows 7, you can now create virtual hard disk drives and then can attach and mount them just like a physical hard disk drive and then can easily copy files to and from the virtual disk. Sometimes you might wish to have an extra hard disk drive to store your files. In that scenario, you can create virtual hard disk on an existing partition under a folder and then it will act just like another hard disk drive on your PC. Now let's see how to create, attach and detach virtual hard disk drive in Windows. To create and use VHDs, you can either use Disk Management Utility or Disk Path Command Line tool. In this video, we will use Disk Management Utility and you can access it by pressing Windows plus R key to open the Run command and then type diskmgmt.msc and press the OK button. If you are using Windows 10, then you can also access Disk Management by right-clicking on the Start button and then choose Disk Management from the power menu, or right click on the computer icon on desktop and choose manage and then choose disk management from the left side pane. To create a new virtual disk, click the action menu and then click create VHD. The first option is to choose the location and file name where you want to save your virtual disk. Click the browse button and then move to the folder where you would like to save the virtual disk file. Type a name and then click Save. The next option is to choose an appropriate virtual disk size. The minimum requirement of size is at least 3 MB and you can create virtual disk in gigabytes and even terabytes in size. Then you have to choose the virtual hard disk format where you have two options, VHD and VHDX. A VHD disk can be maximum of 2 TB or you can say 2040 GB in size, whereas VHDX support a virtual disk larger than 2 TB and up to a maximum of 64 TB in size. But note that VHDX can only be recognized in Windows 8, Windows Server 2012 and later Windows operating system like Windows 10. So if you are thinking of creating a virtual disk larger than 2 TB, then go with the VHDX format. Lastly, you have the option to choose the virtual hard disk type, either fixed size or dynamically expanding. Let's say that you are creating a fixed size virtual disk of 30 GB in size, but the location where you are saving the virtual disk doesn't have sufficient space available. Then it will not let you create the virtual disk, as fixed size disks allocate the maximum space on your hard drive when you create the virtual disk. So if you want to create a fixed size virtual disk of 30 GB in size, then you must have 30 GB space available on the location where you are saving the disk. Whereas dynamically expanding type is one of my favorite, as it does not immediately allocate the entire set size of virtual disk on your hard drive, but start growing in size as you start writing data on it. Does not matter that what size dynamic disk you are creating and how much space available on your hard drive. Windows will still let you create the disk regardless of the virtual disk size and the free space available on your hard drive. You can go with dynamically expanding virtual disk type if you don't have sufficient disk space available on your hard drive but still want to create a larger virtual disk. Later you can free up the space on your hard drive so the dynamic disk does not go short on space. Dynamic disks are slow in performance in regard to fixed size disks. After selecting the appropriate options according to your requirement, click the OK button and there you have a new virtual hard drive. Now what you only need to do is to initialize the disk, create partitions and then format the newly created partitions using a file system. To initialize the disk, right click on the drive number and then click Initialize Disk. You will be asked to choose partition style. MBR is compatible with most of the operating system and is appropriate for smaller size disks. You can watch our next video how to partition a hard disk drive for more detailed explanation on this topic. So for now, I go with the MBR and hit the OK button. Once the disk gets initialized, the red down arrow will remove and it is the time to create partition on the new virtual disk. Right click on unallocated space and then click New Simple Volume. Click the next button and then choose the size that you want to allocate to the first partition of your virtual disk. You can either give the entire size to a single partition, or you can create more partitions on the same virtual disk by applying different partition sizes. Click the Next button and then choose a drive letter that you wish to assign to your virtual disk, and then click Next button again. You will be able to read and write data on the new virtual disk only if you format the newly created partition with a file system. Go with the default predefined settings and then click the Next button. Click the Finish button and there you have your new virtual disk ready for use. Now you can use this new virtual disk as you use other drives on your system. You can read and write data to and from it. It will just behave like an ordinary drive on your system. If it is a dynamic disk, then its size will start increasing as you start writing data on it. You can have an idea about the virtual disk size by moving to the location where you had saved your virtual disk file. If it is a fixed size disk, then it will be using the entire defined space on your drive. Doesn't matter the virtual drive itself is empty or full. One more important thing that I would like to tell here is, virtual disks are just like non-compressed zip files. Even though you will be writing data on virtual disk, but in the background the entire data will getting saved in the single virtual disk file. You can detach any virtual disk from your system anytime you want. Go to the disk management utility, right click on the disk number and then click Detach VHD. Anytime you require to use the same virtual disk again on the same system, or if you want to attach this virtual disk to another computer from your external storage device, then you can click on the action menu and then click Attach VSG. Browse for the location where virtual disk file is stored and then click OK. So this way you can also take your virtual disk files with you and can attach them with another system. If you find this video informative, then don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and do share this video with your friends. Move to our channel page to watch some more of the teacher's lesson or to subscribe us. Thanks for watching and take care.